people. I'm live. It's Sunday night. And I'm not downtown. Hey, Falcom Scott, how you doing? Alright, I hope you enjoy the replay, Falcom. Maybe you're in bed by now. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Holy fuck. I'll pronounce that slowly. I hope you enjoy the stream, and I hope I do have a good walk. Hey, Sunjib, how you doing? Cliff Taylor. Hello, Gertish. Hardjot's here, and Jennifer Gala. How you doing? How you doing? Steve Mikra, Michael Stern. Toronto's doo-wop music guy, how you doing? Christopher Haydock. And Mr. Strides. Let's see if you can figure out what this is all about. And Christine Camley's here, and Vivian Johnson. And who else we got here? Brett Mallon, and the ABX girl, and Rhonda Lloyd, Teratopia, Jeff W, and Doug, and Brad Palmer, Whitby Dude. Got a good crowd. Sunjib, Epic Nation, how you doing? Mental Man, Mark Lang. I'd have to stop reading names at some point here. Matt, how you doing? Michelle Briggs and Marcia Mack. Good vibes. All right. So I'm here at the corner of Oakwood Ave and St. Clair Avenue. Hey, Ice Cream, how you doing? And Clayton Crawford and Todd Boothby. And I just did a walk through the Salsa on St. Clair, like a recorded walk, and yeah, that was quite annoying, because you know how much I love human gridlock. Well, there was plenty of human gridlock and plenty of music too. All my favorite things all together in one walk. And I encountered a dingus as well, so I checked all three boxes there. Hey CJ, how you doing? Zuko60, Guy Soleil, Cody Shaw, how you doing? And hello in Michigan to CJ. And Deborah Ball, hello. Unknown, very mysterious. Hello to Unknown. And Lena Sandoval, hello. So I'm not going to go back through that again, since I just walked through that. Plus it's wrapping up now anyway. I think everyone got kicked out sometime after 8:30. It was still in full force though when I walked through, and it was probably just 10 minutes before it was supposed to shut down. There was no signs that it was ready to shut down anytime soon. Hey, Lizzo's here. Hello, hello, Lizzo. Hey, David Clippert and Alan K. Kwan. Yes, I can talk. It's a trifecta, Vivian. Yes, it is. It's a trifecta. Hey, John Burke. So I'm making my way north on Oakwood. We're going to walk through Oakwood Village. Good day. And then I'll probably pull like a U-turn and start walking south again. Not on Oakwood though. I'm going to walk south, I think, along Vaughn Road. I would have hated Whitby Ribfest. Yeah, I think I probably would have. Whitby dude. I think that's a guarantee. Hey, Novel Koss is here. Hello, hello. And Steve Mikra. Candy M, hello. And I think by the time the stream is over, I'll probably be back in the downtownish area. Lady Moonlight. So it's been a while since I've done a walk through Oakwood Village. It's just a little commercial neighborhood strip. Kind of an old school one. Very ungentrified. Like much of York. We're in York right now, which is one of the 6 former boroughs that make up the city of Toronto. And York is probably the least gentrified of the older pre-war boroughs anyway. Although you could argue that East York might be equally as ungentrified. I would say York though. Oh, thanks very much, Gertish. Did you not get a notification, Mental Man? Yeah, that YouTube, I tell you. It's not doing its job. But at least by now, everyone who uses Rogers should be back up and running. That was quite the cluster F. Hey, COVID hippo. Gotta get back to sleeping? Okay, well, have a good night. Yes, that's right. Alex is a Yorkian. Is that a word? A Yorkite? I don't know. A Yorker? I guess Yorker. Because in New York they call them New Yorkers, right? So I guess here there's just a Yorker or a North Yorker or an East Yorker. There's so many places with the word York in and around Toronto. Sunjib, alright, have a good night. Hey, Cliff Taylor. A Yorkie? That could work. Yeah, I think I've done videos through all of those neighborhoods, Alex. Although some of them I haven't been to in a couple of years. I think it's due for an update. Hey, Sebastian, how you doing?
Station antenna.
So the commercial area begins just a little ways up ahead here. Alright, Sunjib. See you Friday. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming on a Friday. Probably not, but possibly on Saturday. Hey, Mike Kirk. I'm on Oakwood Avenue, just approaching Oakwood Village, heading north. But St. Clair Avenue was bustling all the way from St. Clair West subway station into Corso Italia. The sidewalks were just full of people. I think Oakwood Village here will probably be on the quiet side. I don't think there's too much action in this neighborhood on a Sunday evening. That's true. I haven't done a stream in Scarborough, you're right. Unless you count the time where I walked Queen Street all the way to the beaches and briefly at the very end of the stream crossed over into Scarborough. But that barely counts, right? I just barely set foot in Scarborough at the end of that stream. But a proper Scarborough stream I have yet to do. I saw Johnny did a real stream in Scarborough today, walking down Lawrence Avenue and was it Birchmount? You don't count that, nope. Here we are, Oakwood Village, and it is quite lacking in activity as I predicted. The weather is very nice, Sebastian. I'd say it's still in the mid-20s. A touch of humidity in the air, a very light breeze. This is an interesting residential street here. Kind of narrow. The houses look almost like row houses from here. I'll have to come back and explore that sometime. O'Leary Avenue. When am I going to do a hood walk? I don't know, mental man. My own neighborhood is somewhat of a hood, if you want to use the terminology. I know some people don't like to use that terminology, but I think it counts. And I recently did a couple of walks through my area where I encountered some unpleasant activity in the evening. You might have seen that video. I mean, for a lot of people, hood is just a short form from neighborhood, right? It doesn't have to be a bad neighborhood. People can say, "Oh, what's I live in my hood is like Yorkville. That's my hood," you know. Even though it's Yorkville, it's just a short form. But other people would only use it to indicate an undesirable area. Candy M, yes, that certainly counts. And I have done some pre-recorded videos going to Scarborough Town Centre. But yeah, never a live stream yet. And here's Rogers Road. This street goes all the way down to Weston Road. And further along, it does sort of have its own little commercial area. Some people might say parts of Weston Road are the hood. You know, everyone has a different opinion on these sort of things. Or Weston itself, the old former town of Weston, some people might say that's a hood. And of course, Jane and Finch, you know, Regent Park, the ones that get a lot of hype. And even up ahead here, Oakwood Vaughn. Some people consider that to be a hood. So, mental man, I'm actually walking towards what is a hood in some people's opinion. Although I've never had any problems whatsoever walking through this area, the several times that I have in previous videos. Hey, Richard Bishop, yes. That's true. That's very true. Yep, no traffic allowed on Rogers Road during the outage. Hey, Tony C, how you doing? I could Mike Kirk, but for those who caught Johnny's stream today, you can see why we don't often live stream through Scarborough and similar looking post-war areas of the city, because, you know, they're not terribly interesting. Just long roads full of traffic and not much in the way of pedestrians or cyclists or businesses of any interest, unless you count shopping plazas. It's the Oakwood Pizzeria. I wonder what the reviews are of that place. It might be surprisingly good. David Clippert, it doesn't bother me. I don't feel like any pressure that I should start doing bike rides for the channel. If I do, it's just because it's just something I decided to do, but as of right now, I'm perfectly fine just walking around or riding the TTC. YouTube. Yo. Yes, if I was on Twitch. So once I get up to Vaughn Road, I'm going to pull a U-turn, as I mentioned. Yeah, that's true, Richard Bishop. And it seems like walking videos or walking streams do tend to attract more views. Yeah, I do still have my little folding bike. And woof, I'm feeling the effects of the humidity now. I think I'll have to peel my shirt off when I get home. I know that's very attractive. So we're in Oakwood Vaughn here. That's what this neighborhood is usually referred to. as. And Vaughn Road is just right over here. And I see we got our first sex bot. So any mods, feel free to nuke those if they pop up. I know usually there's more than one. Once you see one, there's many more to come. I nuked that. Whoa. Fireworks or gunfire? Not too sure. Not too sure. Maybe I'll go over here. Maybe I should beat a hasty retreat south along Vaughn Road as I was planning to. Here's the neighborhood Sam's. So that was a very quick look at Oakwood Vaughn. It did sound more like gunshots, but I don't know. Who knows? No one's freaking out, so I'm going to assume that it was just fireworks. Hey, Funny Dog is here. How you doing? Make like a tree and get out of here. Alright, so Vaughn Road. So now we're heading back towards downtown. Clip Taylor, yeah, I've done some Roncesvalles videos. Not all that long ago, actually. I did a live stream where I walked all the way along Roncesvalles. Now, unfortunately, Deborah Ball, gunshots are an everyday occurrence in Toronto. I mean, I know people downplay it and all. Toronto is a safe city, don't get me wrong. For a city of 3 million people, it's very safe. Like, the violent crime rate, the homicide rate is all very low. But that's comparing it to an American city of the same size, of which there's only one, really, and that's Chicago. So compared to Chicago, Toronto is like extremely safe, right? But there are shootings every single day in Toronto. I mean, I know that sounds like a lot, but there are shootings every single day. I'm not saying people get killed every single day, but there are shootings. Sometimes people don't even get hit by the gunfire. Hey, Megan Sandor is here. All right, how you doing? We're walking along Vaughn Road, Megan, if you're wondering where I am. Further down, it becomes sort of interesting because it becomes a high-density corridor with all these old mid-rise apartments, and most of them are pre-war, or at least mid-century apartment buildings. And it's quite a nice-looking area, if you like that sort of medium density. Walk-up apartment buildings, mainly. 3 or 4 stories. Ah, you're gonna have a nice relaxing bath. Mental Man, Regent Park changed a lot. It's unrecognizable. There's just one section left of the old projects that were built in the late 40s and 50s. And that last section won't be around much longer. It's slated to be demolished in the near future. And all the new buildings are a mix of condominiums and rentals and affordable apartments, rent geared to income. And there's lots of new stores and restaurants opening in the neighborhood. So yeah, it's turning into like a nice east side downtown neighborhood. Oh, Whitby Dude, yeah, those buildings are great too. I think I know the exact ones you're referring to, and I've admired them in a few videos before. February 4th, 2020. That seems like another era. That's before it all went down. Thanks, PAG. My voice was different. That's probably just because I was still not totally comfortable with talking while recording. I started doing narrated videos, I think, in 2019, but I did it sparingly. And my voice, you know, didn't quite sound as comfortable, I guess, or relaxed as it does now, because now I'm used to it. Back then I was like unsure if narration was for me, you know, but I kept at it and eventually I got used to it. Roy Donald, yeah, I thought so too, but let's just assume it wasn't, because there's no sirens. No reaction. And I guess once upon a time there were businesses in these buildings, but now they're all empty.
This is old tree.
Is the Fairmart still open? That one looks like it has something in it. And the Fairmart does not seem to be open anymore. And I guess that's in operation still, the hair salon. And some sort of kids store, I'm not sure what that is. Marathon cleaners. And we got more on this side here. Hey, Dwayne Johnson. Thanks for watching. Oregon E-Biker, yeah, I used to watch those all the time. I was a big fan of all those shows. And they're still available on YouTube, including some updated night walks that uses footage shot by Johnny Strides. Yeah, there are some nice houses around here. I mean, nothing wrong with these ones. Chris Nielsen, $5 super sticker. Thank you very, very kindly, Chris. Appreciate the support. Or Andrew Nielsen. Why did I say Chris? Andrew Nielsen. Greg Orlandini, hello. How are you? How are things in New Jersey? And Giuseppe. Dwayne Johnson. Christopher Haydock. Are you signing off for the night? That's true, Richard. Well, I was going to turn right there anyway. That's where I was about to make my U-turn in any case. Giuseppe, we're on Vaughn Road. We're in York, the York section of Toronto, walking south on Vaughn Road. This is a residential area. Paula Barton, 1999. You like the chat so far. Keep up the great work. Thank you very, very much, Paula. Appreciate the generous support. And Vivian Johnson, 13.99. Must be snack restocking time. And it just about is, Vivian, and thank you also for the generous super chat. I think when I get home tonight, I'm going to kick back with some sort of movie and probably some snacks. So after the stream ends, I think I'll stop off at a Shoppers and grab myself a few snacks. Thank you very much, Vivian. I just like your plain, ordinary, not fancy ice cream sandwich. You hate slow mode? Well, sometimes the chat flies by a bit too quickly for me to notice everyone's chats, so it's easier for me to keep track of what people are trying to say when it's on slow mode. Plus it's only 30 seconds, not that big of a deal. What is the border between York and Toronto? Well, it varies. It's all over the place. If you type in York, Toronto, and Google will bring up a map, you'll see the borders of York. And here's where we're coming into the part of Vaughn Road that's lined with these old apartment buildings. As you may know, I really have a thing for old pre-war walk-up apartments. I always tend to admire those if I come across them. And while there are plenty of apartment buildings downtown, there aren't a whole lot of old pre-war walk-up apartments. Toronto just didn't build those in great numbers during that time period. They do exist, of course. I mean, mainly in the streets around the Church Wellesley neighborhood, the side streets, you'll find quite a few of them tucked in there. But the largest numbers of them tend to be outside the borders of Old Toronto, just over the borders of what was Old Toronto, in places like right here, and also on Bathurst Street, north of St. Clair Avenue. So I think those areas not being within what was the old city of Toronto were permitted to build those types of apartment buildings, whereas in the old city at the time, it was not always possible to build such buildings. The Mice Gamers, you changed your name. What was it before? There's some nice ones here. Christine Camley, $10. Terrific live stream, Ken. I also love old pre-war walk-up apartments. They're fabulous to see. Enjoy kicking back tonight with something cold and tasty. Thank you very, very kindly, Christine, for the $10 super chat. Your support is very, very much appreciated. I'll grab myself a nice salty snack. I'm not sure what yet. Party mix, perhaps? And Alan K. Kwan, $5. Try luck at getting root beer. Actually, you know what? I'm all out. I'm all out of root beer, so I'll be checking that out at Shoppers as well. Thank you very much, Alan. I think this store is still in business. It's a very old school convenience store. Nice little strip of shops here. The Friendly Butcher. See, to me this would just be like almost ideal to live in one of these old apartment buildings. And then literally right across the street you have like a nice little commercial strip of handy businesses. Although this one is a bit lacking in handy businesses, but it has potential. It, like, get rid of this cannabis store and put something else there that is more useful. And another variety store is on this corner here. Yeah, the sun is all but gone here now. And Bathurst Street is just nearby, and it's also lined with very similar old apartment buildings to what you see here. I suppose for some people that's true, Noble Cost. Not so much for me. Some of these have interesting names as well. The Elvin. Not Simon or Theodore. Nope. It's Elvin. It's a little bit dark and spooky around here. And there are a couple of funky looking apartment buildings around here too. This one up ahead, it's circular windows. I'm not really overly sold on the cladding of this building, but hey, it's different. Gotta give it points for trying. I don't know if they're low income, Dan. I'm pretty sure they're just market rent. And they're probably still more than people would expect to pay. It's like someone's looking out the window there. Are they watching me? Are they watching me watching them? Maybe they're watching the stream. If you're watching the stream, say hello. And I'm sure this does a good business. Something tells me some of these old buildings don't have a proper laundry room, or if they do, they're probably small and cramped and unpleasant to use. Hey, Kathleen Das. And it's Mr. Milk, not to be confused with 80s band Mr. Mister. I think in a previous video I referred to this area jokingly as the old school convenience store district, because every convenience store has that same look. Is this the Ken I'm looking for? And over there is Forest Hill. It's not too far from here. Forest Hill Village. Yeah, and there's a cat trying to cross the street. Don't get run over. Alright, it made it. Am I vaxxed? Yes, I got my shots. I don't think I'm getting any more though. I'm all I'm all done. I don't think it's necessary for me to get boosters every 9 months or whatever the case may be. If some people want to do that, that's perfectly fine. I don't really feel the need. I think you're probably good then, Scott Briggs, right? Looks like that used to be a little store. Looks like it's under renovation though, so maybe something will come and fill that space up again. Or maybe not. Maybe this building is replacing all of these old structures here. This new condo. This one too, this little one here. Is that part of the redevelopment? I think it is. I kind of like this little building here. I don't mind if these ones go, or even that one over there, but I kind of like this one. This one should stay. But this building is going to just plop right into this space here. I suppose it's a good use of this location. The density is good. It's taller than most of the buildings that are along here, but it's not like a high-rise, so I guess I can't complain too much. I think it's good planning. Look, another old school convenience store, I'm telling you. You save milk. When they came up with the name for that store, what year do you think it was? I'm gonna say 1963. We're still passing by some of these nice old apartment buildings here. The mice gamers, you heading to bed? All right. This one doesn't have a name. Kind of expect these old buildings to all have names. I think we should name this one. It would qualify as a bodega, yeah. Yeah, these stores do have that quality, don't they, around here? Hey, thanks very much, PAG. And we're almost back down at St. Clair Avenue again. Oh, and way off in the distance I can see the top of the Aura condominium. See that brightly lit structure there? So that's all the way down at Yonge and Gerrard, kind of near where I live. So that's a fair distance away. My weekend was good, Estelle. How was yours? Alright, have a good night, the mice gamers. There's Albert's Real Jamaican Foods. St. Clair Avenue. Yeah, it's quieted down now. An hour ago this was still bustling with people. Oh, thanks Estelle for the update. We're almost an hour in. So yeah, by all means. Hey. Hey. That's what I like to see. We're still on Vaughn Road, but it's going to merge with Bathurst Street just up ahead. And then I'll just take a straight walk south down Bathurst. And Dutch Dreams is just up ahead, and it looks like there's a big crowd there. That's an ice cream shop. They probably made a killing tonight thanks to the salsa on St. Clair. It's probably one of their biggest business days of the whole year, I would imagine. Just imagine what it was like a couple of hours ago or this afternoon when it was like hot and sunny.
I'm so sorry.
I wonder how late they're going to be staying open tonight. I wonder if they'll stay open until midnight. Booyah! Another ice cream place. Homemade ice cream. I would just come here and avoid the huge lineup at Dutch Dreams. I mean, how much different could it be, really? I mean, is Dutch Dreams really worth waiting in line for when there's another ice cream place just a minute walk down the street? Maybe it is. I'm not sure, Mark S. I'm just going to check out the streaming services and see if there's anything that catches my fancy. I'm caught up on my shows. I watched Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and I watched The Orville, the latest episode of The Orville. That's public art. That strange thing over there that looks like girders, it's art. I meant to mention that, and I got distracted talking about Star Trek or something. Yeah, I've already watched all of The Boys. I'm all caught up on that. Japanese. So this is Bathurst Street. Looks like something new is going in that spot. Whitby Dude, I watched that a little while ago and I thought it was pretty good. I am a fan of Judd Apatow's movies, so I was expecting to like it and I did. Yes, I heard about that, Estelle, yeah. R.I.P. to Polly. Maybe I should cross the street. Or maybe I'll stay on this side. I'm just thinking, where will I get the better view heading south? I think this side I'll get the better view because there's a nice hill up ahead. And you can get a good look at some of the skyline. I don't think I've heard of it, David Clippert. Oh, that's what BOC is. I was trying to figure out what is BOC. Yeah, okay, I do know that. Blue Oyster Cult, yeah. I just didn't put those two and two together there. I'm glad you're able to experience some good Toronto vibes, Cliff Taylor. Yeah, Scott Briggs, yeah, they could be surprisingly heavy, right? Alright, now we're going downhill. Marine Bruce, have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the walk. Have to check out the replay later. CPAN TTC Explorer, also have a good night. I'll see you next time, I'm sure. We should be able to see the CN Tower any time now. And there it is. I can see the financial district. It's mostly hidden by buildings, but I see First Canadian Place and I see Scotia Plaza. Michael Stern, have a good night. When I do these Sunday streams at this time, I realize I do cross over some people's bedtimes, but I also probably pick up some people who wouldn't normally catch my stream due to time zone differences. Yeah, RIP to James Caan as well. I've just been steadily walking downhill for the last 15 minutes. Yeah, he was in so many movies before Elf, but I think a lot of younger people mainly know him from that movie, the cantankerous dad in Elf. My drifts are pretty hard not to catch, right, Novakos? Yeah, I guess this works for you, right, Estelle? Arnold Paul, are you implying that I look like Bret Hart? I haven't heard that one before. Here's the Hillcrest TTC facility. So we're an hour in. Over an hour. So anyone new to the stream, if you're catching this for the first time, hope you're enjoying. I do these regularly. Usually twice a week. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more of this, then yeah, by all means, subscribe. That would really help me out. Help the channel. Hit that like button too. Hey Monarch, good morning, or good evening. Good morning. It's morning somewhere in the world. Yes, thank you very much, Gertish. Do what Gertish did. And hit that subscribe. I think I'm getting close to 8,500 subscribers. I hope to hit 10,000 before the year is over. Dolly's Cannabis. Mike Kirk, you're welcome and have a good night. Carrymon, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Good evening. Hello. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. And there's Vesta Lunch. That's a pretty famous establishment here in the neighborhood. Open 24 hours. This is DuPont Street. $10,000 step walk. That's quite doable. And Detroit Pizzeria. I don't know if I heard this correctly, but Detroit style pizza has the sauce on top of the cheese. Is that the case? I thought I read that somewhere. I guess it would taste the same. Doesn't matter if the cheese is on top or the sauce is on top. It's all mixed up once it's in your mouth and you're chewing it in any case, right? I think that's not the only Detroit style pizza place either. I've seen a couple others around town. Hey Maroof, how you doing? a fancy looking cannabis store. But art on the walls. Clayton Crawford, alright. Have a great night. There's a gallery. It's a cute little gallery. Yeah, that's true, Scott Briggs. Gonna kick out the jams. I think it's been done. It's been done. I could try though, but I just feel like a copycat. They're already kicked out. What's up here? Stephen's Grocery. This is a neat little corner grocery here. Wonder how late they stay open. This whole building is nice, actually. Got like a fire escape on the side there. Wouldn't mind living in this either. Depending on how handy this store is, you would need to go to the grocery store. Looks like it has a little bit of everything in there. That's very bodega-like as well. Hey, the Martells, how you doing? Yeah, I've been doing these Sunday night streams the last few weeks. Rather enjoy them. Whippy dude, yeah, that was like one of the first YouTube videos I ever posted. Hey Sally, we're walking south on Bathurst Street. We're still north of Bloor, but we'll be coming upon Bloor Street shortly. Yeah, that's right, Maroof, and there's going to be a big parade down Yonge Street, right? Have to remember that. I've seen it go by in years past, but that was before I had my channel. It's usually a pretty big parade. Here's another Domino's. How many Domino's will we walk by in one live stream? Susie Quattro, yeah, what a blast from the past. Remember when she played like Leather Tuscadero on Happy Days? Or was it Pinky? There was two of them, right? Pinky and Leather. I think she played Leather. I'm not sure.
See you later, Andrea. Alright, see ya. Bye.
She basically just played herself, except she had a different name. That's right, David Clippard. That's right, Neil Young was in Buffalo Springfield. In its early incarnation. Hey, Schnurtchick is here. Hello, hello. Here's another variety store with everything. Stanley's Variety and Grocery. Variety being the main word here. It looks like it's just jam-packed with everything under the sun. And that's a name you don't hear enough anymore, Stanley. What happened to all the Stanleys? Did they all pass away? Sort of like an old guy name now. Susie Quattro is 72. Yeesh. Hey, it's Bathurst Station. We're almost at Bloor Street. Got a bunch of barber shops here. Lloyd's Barber Shop, Golden Barber Shop, and another barber and beauty supply. And One Love Vegetarian. It looks like it's empty. Too bad. I remember this place. I came here one time. It was good. I wonder if it relocated or is gone forever. Hey, Zafar, how you doing? Yeah, Ringo turned 82. And there's the tower. Pablo Cruz. I don't think I remember them, no. That bus is going all the way to Steeles Avenue. It has a long trip ahead of it. That's the very northern boundary of the city of Toronto. Marie Palmer, all right, have a good night. Glad you could follow along for most of the walk into downtown. Yes, happy Eid. Hello, William, how are you doing? Made it to Bloor Street. And I guess Brad Palmer is also saying good night. Have a good night, Brad. And here's the pizza from the Scott Pilgrim movie. Mark S. And there's where Honest Ed's used to be once upon a time.
No, I didn't really notice the too much. Yeah, it's okay. No, now I'm trying to think if I know. No, like
So I guess we've just officially entered the very northwestern corner of downtown. Just at Bathurst and Bloor, and we're heading east. Most definitions of downtown Toronto have a large square extending from the lake north to Bloor, or sometimes Yorkville, west to Bathurst, and east to the Don Valley. Although this feels more like a neighborhood, which it is, the Annex. So we're not like in the downtowny part of downtown. We're still in a neighborhoody area here. I'm just adding Y's to the end of words to make them sound like something else. Yeah, I think we do get it from Lake Ontario, David Clippert, and it's surprisingly good. Lake Ontario is a very deep and cold lake. I'm feeling great, William. I hope you're feeling A-OK as well. And the Annex on a Sunday night. Still a fair number of people out and about. This is one of the more popular strips in the city for bars and restaurants. There's the Victory Cafe and the Crafty Coyote. Scott Briggs, I think it did, you know. It had like those sort of like American Bandstand type shows where everybody goes and wears their best outfits and dances up a storm on TV. It had a few shows like that throughout the 60s and 70s, and I think the 80s. Not sure when those kind of shows died off. And then in the 90s there was something called Electric Circus, which is a dance music oriented show based at the Much Music building at Queen and John. And so every, I think, Saturday night was Electric Circus night, and that was broadcast on Much Music. You could probably find some clips of those old shows on YouTube, I'm sure. If you know what they're called, that's the only problem. What were they called? Probably wouldn't be hard to figure it out. I heard that, Novelcos. I heard that, yeah.
Niye eve gidiyoruz o zaman? I am working. Okay. But
Yeah, I saw some clips from one of those shows from the 70s, and what a trip that was. Everyone decked out in their disco fashion. I see we keep flirting with hitting 200 people, and then it will dip down again. Once we hit 200, I'll do a little skip and dance and twirl. And maybe a crotch grab like Michael Jackson. Hey, Susan's here. Hello, Susan. Welcome to the Sunday night stream. Hey, Michael Strathmore. Yes, I'm a Star Trek fan. Yeah, I've watched all of the first season of Strange New Worlds. I enjoyed it. Just a couple gripes here and there, but nothing major. To me, it's by far the best of the new Star Trek series. Way better than Discovery, way better than Picard. That's my opinion. I don't think I've ever been inside of that metro. You're doing a live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to say hello? Yeah, all right. Just YouTube. Have a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you do? What do you make?
I just walk around the city,
Okay.
and people watch.
What?
People watch. Well, right now I have
193.
193 people watching.
That's
Yeah.
That's
on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
like the street.
Yeah. People just like to.
People want to know what
They-
like Toronto looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. They just want to see Toronto. Yep.
You should see if you can do this as well for Google Maps. Maybe they'll pay you. For the Google Street View.
Well, my channel is monetized, so yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
This
do.
is
Yep.
like a full-time job.
No, I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. Yeah. Hopefully one day. Yeah. Cool. You want to say hi?
You wanna, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Have a good night, man. See you. Did it jump up to 203? I didn't even see that happen. All right, I said I'd do a little dance and twirl. Ooh, there you go. I did a crotch grab too. Not that you could see it. Drew the line at Dance Fever. Did that remind you of Walking Man Dude, Susan? Yes, the spin around. Sure, it's allowed. just really couldn't show it in progress, that's all. Without awkwardly holding my gimbal towards myself. So if we hit 200, I always like to say subscribe. Any new viewers to the channel, or any old viewers who still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and the like button, and you know the drill, all the buttons, hit all the buttons. And also my Instagram is a little bit neglected, so I was thinking I would mention that a bit more often now. My Instagram is TheKenContinuum, anyone who wants to check that out. Just TheKenContinuum all together. Your IG is thriving, Susan? I gotta post stuff on mine more often. I'm a rather infrequent user of my Instagram. But it'd be nice to see that grow a bit. I think it's over 700 followers now. Maybe one day I'll hit 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get better. And we dip down now. I think some people start going to bed. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I'm not sure either, Todd Boothby, what, causes some channels to just effortlessly blow up and others to kind of gradually, slowly grow when they're basically the same sort of content, right? And not necessarily a big difference in quality of the content or the enjoyment of the experience or that sort of thing. It is a bit of a mystery. Yeah, that's right, the Shoe Museum. Yeah, I just nuked that bot again. So we're making our way towards the Mink Mile. I don't expect it'll be too active along there at this hour on a Sunday night. Likes just help the channel get more likely to be helped along by the algorithm, I suppose. Steve Mikra, $2. But I'm looking good sporting the disco polyester. I think there's no way you can't look good sporting that, right, Steve? Thank you very much for the support. Gertrude likes the X-Files. Hey, I like the X-Files. Blunk. Whew, yeah, Varsity Stadium and a nice view of the skyline there. Hello in Stouffville. Are you asking if that was the Friendly Giant or if you want me to do the Friendly Giant? That was the X-Files that I was trying to do. The Friendly Giant is like... right? That's like a super old folk song. I think it's called Early One Morning. It was also the song in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that caused Spike to turn into a ravenous killer. It was like his trigger song. He was programmed to go ballistic whenever he heard that song. Gordo 668, $10. Great stream, Ken. Wow, thank you very, very much, Gordo. Very, very generous support. I'm glad you're enjoying. And I hope you come back to watch some future streams. Well, I have to say this every time I see one of these. You know what I have to say. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. McDonald's. And here is the Royal Ontario Museum. Thank you very much, Gross Turkey. That's a good name, by the way. I was just thinking about the old McDonald's, Susan. I remember I would go in there sometimes. It was like a big 2-story McDonald's. I'm not sure if the new one is also 2 stories. I haven't been inside since they opened that one. Ken Lan, that's right. That is the Michael Lee Chin crystal, as they call it. And you can see it's basically grafted onto the old historic building. Noble cost. All right, have a great night. That's a good one there. Mike Montreal.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah.
To the live stream.
Hello, hello. How are you doing? There's a nice guy. He just said hello to the live stream, and then he scooted off. And here's a nice shot. You have the tower and the moon. Not quite a full moon, but it's not too far off. The moon is a couple more crotch rockets there. The moon is competing with this street light. Who's the boss of the night? Bark at the moon, yes. And here's the Mink Mile. Where all the fancy schmancy stores are, with names that are hard to pronounce. Speaking of Ozzy, I heard he was not feeling too well lately. Hope he gets well. I can pronounce them, but I enjoy mispronouncing them on purpose. We all know how I like to say this one, don't we? Do I say Gucci? No, I do not. That would be unfunny. Isn't it much better to say Gucky? Yeah, that's one of my greatest hits, right, Estelle? No, I don't know what was wrong with him. I just heard he wasn't doing so great. Whoa, Chuck Diamond, $20.99. Love my walks. Wow, thank you very much, Chuck. I'm very glad that you love the walks. And your generous super chat is very, very much appreciated. Hit a life-saving operation, eh? Well, hopefully it did the job. I don't think the world is ready to say goodbye to Ozzy yet. Hopefully Paul McCartney wished him well, because Ozzy was always a big Beatles fan. I think he said before that the Beatles are his favorite band. Imagine how blown away he would have been if Paul and Ringo came to visit him at the same time in the hospital. That would be something to see. Ken Land, am I going to do a live walk at Yorkdale? Well, I'm not sure, but I am going to be going to Yorkdale pretty soon. Next weekend, I'll be going to Yorkdale for something that Megan and I are going to go and check out, and I was thinking of doing some sort of video while I was there. I'm not sure about a live stream, but you never know. Stay tuned. Here is Bay and Bloor. Yeah, there's Italy. I haven't been in there since it first opened at the end of 2019. I did a video walking through there and it was jam-packed, and I haven't been back since. Do I do any biking? Not so much lately. I have a bike, but it's just been collecting dust for the last while now. I guess I've been in a walking phase. Sometimes I go through periods where I just feel like walking, and then I'll feel like cycling, and I'll do that all the time, but it's been a while since I've got on the bike. Ken Land, I'm going to start heading south here once I get to Yonge and Bloor. We'll get a little bit of a look at Yonge Street on Sunday night. I think last Sunday I ended up walking down Yonge Street as well. That's when I started from Midtown, from Stridesland, and I just walked straight down Yonge Street the entire way. Thanks, Gustavo. Ken and Johnny stumbles? That's right. Who cares about that Johnny strides? It's all about the stumbles, right? Check out the progress here at The One. It's finally starting to grow, as I mentioned last time, as I mentioned every time I walk past here. It will eventually be the tallest building, possibly in the city, not counting the CN Tower. All depends if it gets approval for its height increase. Oh, I bet, Todd Boothby. This Toronto heat right now is enough for me. And there's a look straight down Yonge. Oh, I hear some Kiss. You were made for loving me. Kiss's only disco song. David Clifford, yeah, of course. I actually hope to get caught in like a crazy storm when I'm outside. If there's a forecast for possible thunderstorms, I'm like, bring it on. I want to catch that. People like to see crazy weather. I think my best viewed videos are often involving crazy weather. Snowstorms particularly. When we had that huge blizzard in January, my channel got more views during that week-long period where I posted about 4 different videos covering the storm than I think it ever has before.
Next we got Lindsay.
You can hear them announcing the names of the dancers. Next we got Lindsay. Lindsay, that's the brass rail. It is a gentleman's club. Yeah, I think it was shortly after that you found the channel, right, Gertish? Whenever that convoy thing happened. It's all a blur now. I think that was in February. All I remember is it was cold and winter. Some of these live streams, they tend to blur together. It's like, which one was that now? Oh, that was not the same one as that one now, was it? No. So we are in downtown Yonge. And we're finally getting close to where I live. I think we started out in York. We weren't even in Old Toronto at the start of the stream. What is this? We're open. Come inside. But what is it? And here's the theater. Let's check my battery. I'm at 22%. So we still got some decent battery life here. We are just almost at the 2-hour mark. Yeah, I think you're right, Ken Lan. I left my AC running before I headed out, so hopefully when I get back my apartment will be nice and cool to walk into. That's always a great feeling. Gertish, I'm heading in the opposite direction. I'm heading south on Yonge. I'm heading towards TheKenContinuum land. Once we cross Carleton or College, that's when we officially will enter the boundaries of TheKenContinuum land, otherwise known as the Garden District. Here's some new public art. Yeah, I have a hard time with that as well, Scott. I find it's not as hard now as it was when I was younger. When I was younger, it was unbearable. I could not stand trying to sleep in heat and humidity. It was near impossible. I'm a little better with dealing with it now, but I still hate it. But I usually can fall asleep eventually. I don't think I'm going to make it that far, Kenland. I'm thinking I'm going to head down maybe as far as Carleton or College. The city should put Continuum land on the street signs. I think that will happen when pigs fly. That's right, don't forget people, it's not just noodles. Whatever you do, don't walk in there and say, is there anything in here I can have besides noodles? Maybe that's where he got the name for the channel. Maybe he thought, Man, we just hit 2 hours. 2 hours of live streaming on a Sunday night. Yeah, that's too hot for me, Oregon. Too hot. I'm not sure what the record temperature is for Toronto. It's probably in the 40-degree area, like without humidity, I mean. Or without the humidex. There have been plenty of 40+ degree days in Toronto if you count the humidex, but straight temperature, I going to stop by Flans? Do you mean Franz on College Street? I wasn't planning on it, but I do like that place though. I'm still a bit bummed that the location in St. Lawrence Market closed down. Building is starting to get tall. I don't think it's going to be like 50 stories or anything like that. I think it's supposed to be high 30s, like 38 stories around there. But the old clock tower here is getting completely refurbished. It's all hidden behind tarps now. Yeah, Franz is a great place to go if you want to experience that old-fashioned kind of burgers and fries and milkshakes, 1950s feel, like Arnold's on Happy Days or something like that. What's going with the Grand Hotel? A big, tall condo building. I think they have a breakfast along those lines, Susan. And here's the 24-hour shoppers. And inside there is some pop and snacks. Which is what I must access. Hello. How's it going? Hey, what's up, man? How are you? I'm good. I recognize you. Yeah, I recognize you. I've been good, man. Long time.
It looks like Ken. I was like, yeah, it's Ken.
Long time. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? Oh, why are you? What? I'm like, I didn't even see you back here. What's going on, man? Holy jeez.
Look behind you. Look behind you.
Whoa, what the heck? All right, man. You want to say hi? I'm live streaming. Hey. You want to say hi in the live stream, Purnima? All right. So these are some people I know. So there, now you're going to be on my live stream, okay? You have to watch it later. All right. Good seeing you guys. Bye. We'll get that croissant sometime, all right? Okay. Bye. That was neat. At first I thought it was just someone who knew me from the channel, but it's actually someone who knows me from before the channel. A few people actually who know me from before the channel. Alright, so I just got... Oh yeah, Megan, you remember Purnima? Yeah. So I just got a notification that my battery is on its last legs, and I'm here at Yonge and Carlton / college, So I'm going to wrap it up here. Have the 24-hour shoppers here. I'm going to head inside. So thank you everyone for joining me on another Sunday night stream. It was fun. Started all the way up in York, walked through Oakwood Village, down Vaughn Road, all the way down Bathurst to Bloor, all the way down Bloor to Yonge, and now we're here. So thanks for all the chats. Thanks to the mods for nuking those bots. Thanks to everyone for supporting the channel with a super chat and a super sticker. Appreciate it very, very much. And also keep an eye out for my daily videos. You know, I post those on days when I don't do live streams, and I'll probably do another live stream in 3 or 4 days. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done that, and the like button. And check me out on Instagram under TheKenContinuum. I'm going to try to pay more attention to that Instagram thing. So have a great night, everyone. And have a great week coming up. And I'll see you all again soon. I will continue. And there's Franz right over there. Since we're talking about Franz. Although it's kind of blurry. That blurry sign is Franz. Alright, bye everyone. To be continued. Haha.